Today we're making Keto Korean Corn Dogs. You're not going to want to miss it. I was scrolling on the internet and I've been seeing these corn dogs everywhere and I felt so left out. And so finally I said, you know what, Sarah, let's try to make these keto. And so that's what we're going to be doing today. The cool thing about Korean corn dogs is that they're very unique. Some of them have French fries sticking out of them. Others have sugar on top of them. So one of the most important aspects of the Korean corn dog is the batter that you're going to be using. And so Sarah and I were discussing and we figured that a very classic fathead dough recipe was going to work the best. So as far as fathead dough goes, we've always really loved Annie's recipe over at Keto Focus. We're going to link that in the description below. There are thousands of different combinations that you could put as toppings on these Korean corn dogs. And we've chosen some that we feel are keto friendly and going to be super delicious. So stay tuned to see which ones we chose. So if you haven't made fathead dough yet on your ketogenic weight loss journey, where have you been? Living under a rock? Because this recipe is super versatile. It's cheese and more cheese and more cheese, but it ends up tasting like bread somehow. I don't know the science behind it. All I know is that it's pretty delicious. So first off, we're going to be putting our cheese in the microwave to melt it, and we're going to keep an eye on it. You don't want to do it too long, so we're going to do it in 60-second increments until it's fully melted. And by the way, we're using mozzarella cheese. So while our mozzarella is melting in the microwave, I'm going to mix together our dry ingredients, which are almond flour, xanthan gum, salt, and baking powder. So the next step is to take our cheese and our egg and put them in a large mixing bowl, and then you're going to add in our dry ingredients and use a hand mixer until they're fully combined. You could also use a food processor, but we don't have one. It was getting quite firm, and so I'm going to put it in the microwave for 30 seconds to get it warmed up again so I can continue to work with it. You don't want it to be too hot though. So here's my dough. It looks nice and uniform. I'm going to now put it in between two pieces of parchment paper and roll it out until it's about 1/4 of an inch thick. Now we're going to unveil our dough, and as you can see here, it looks pretty legit. We're super excited. So now let's talk about the inside. We're going to be doing a couple of different things here, and we're going to be using these sturdy bamboo skewers. I Googled it, and I guess the best size to use is 8 inches, so those are the ones that I purchased. They have a pointy end and a not pointy end, so we can link the ones that we bought in the description below. So when it comes to hot dogs have some fillers in them, which may lead them to have more carbs than others. So this one that we've purchased, it's Nathan's Famous Hot Dog, and these have 2 carbs a piece, but some of them might have 4 or 5 carbs, so definitely check the packaging. So some of the Korean corn dogs, they get pretty crazy with their fillings. We decided to do a couple just plain hot dogs, but some of them we're going to be doing half hot dogs and half mozzarella cheese. So it's going to be kind of like a Korean corn dog cheese stick at the same time. And so we're using string cheese for this purpose. And we put this in the freezer for about 20 or 30 minutes because it's going to be easier to put your wooden skewer through them if they're hard. If they're soft, then it's going to go all over the place.
That is really weird. Don't touch
this. This is how old we are. We're 38 years old. So we have a couple inches of avocado oil here heating up in our pan. You guys probably could use an air fryer, although we are just old school and we just like using oil. I think Annie from Keto Focus does have air fryer instructions on her recipe, so make sure to check that out. We are going to carefully wrap our dogs and the cheese dogs in a layer of fathead dough, and then we're going to talk about the toppings. So for my corn dog, I've chosen to make it a hot Cheeto corn dog. And the way I'm going to do that is I purchased this flaming hot mac and cheese. And inside this $1 box of macaroni lies a very special ingredient that you can't find anywhere else. This is the flaming hot mac and cheese powder. This has 0 net carbs, by the way. We've used this in the past to make our own hot Cheetos that were really, really good, so you can check that out after this video. I'm gonna be mixing most of this packet of hot Cheetos powder into about 1/2 cup of pork rinds, and I'm gonna press my corn dog into it. Sarah's dogs are gonna go the traditional route, and then she's gonna add stuff after they're fried. So let's get started frying Sarah's plain corn dogs first, and then we'll get to mine. We don't want the oil to be compromised with the flaming hot Cheeto powder. It's pretty fast. Ooh, nice. Sarah's corn dogs only took about 2 minutes to fry. And so next up, we're gonna do mine. These are the hot Cheetos corn dogs. I'm super excited. So here are my versions of the Korean corn dogs. They're just plain at this point. The topping that I decided to go with is actually sugar. Obviously we can't use sugar, so I'm gonna be using allulose, and we're gonna be rolling the corn dog in allulose. I know that sounds really weird, but when you look up Korean corn dogs on the internet, they come coated in sugar, so that's what we're gonna do. So I'm also gonna be topping it with like your standard corn dog kind of toppings, right? I'm gonna be going in with a little drizzle of this ketchup, please. We actually saw this on another YouTube channel. It was on a podcast, and these are two young gentlemen from Wisconsin. They're on a mission to make ketchup without compromise. They make this really nice ketchup. They actually sent it to us to try, and I tried it a couple days ago on a burger, and it was absolutely delicious. It only has 5 calories per serving and only 1 carb. And if you don't know, ketchup has a ton of sugar added usually. It's really nice to see businesses trying to give more keto-friendly options. So we will leave a link to Ketchup Please below if you guys want to check them out. This is not sponsored, but we love supporting small businesses. So I'm super excited with how this is looking. We are almost done. I'm going to sprinkle a little bit more of this hot Cheetos powder on top, and then we're gonna go downstairs and we're gonna try them. Someone smelled the hot dogs, so they just literally got up from a nap. Can you tell? Look at this bed head. They look awesome. I haven't had a corn dog in literally years. So one time I went to a baseball game and ate 4 corn dogs. Really? Yep. That was the only happy part of the baseball game. I'm assuming that this one is our cheese one. And Sarah has the regular corn dog. It's huge. Okay. It's really good. The outside does remind me of a corn dog. I'm pretty sure I have hot Cheeto powder all over my mouth right now. Spicy. It tastes like it. Doesn't it? What do you think about the hot Cheeto powder? It's good. This is exactly the flavor of a hot Cheeto. They actually sell the Cheeto powder that's not hot. Really? I wonder if you could use that. If you're not a fan of the hot Cheetos, maybe you can dip it in like the regular Cheeto dust and it would be really good. Super good. This is going to be super filling, you guys. Yeah. This is fat hot dough, so... I mean, I love the half cheese and the half dog too. I haven't even gotten to the hot dog part yet. That's huge. New lipstick color. Hot Cheeto. I don't want to try yours. Well, you're trying it. Too bad. Here we have the standard Korean dog with the mustard and the ketchup and some allulose. The ketchup is really good. Ooh, she got the corn dog with the cheese in it. That's a funny surprise for people. It's really so good. Yeah, I like it a lot. I even like the allulose on top of it. I'm really a fan of this Ketchup Please brand. It's really good, delicious, and my finger is tired. What would you guys use as a topping for your Korean corn dog? Let us know in the comment section below. We'd love to hear it. Maybe we'll try it. Yeah. If you guys want to see other videos by us, you can click on one of the videos on the screen. We'll see you over there. Anyway, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Emily.
And we're the Keto Twins, signing out.